In the complex plane, the number 14J5 is located in the A first quadrant, B second quadrant, C third quadrant, D fourth quadrant. The correct answer is fourth quadrant. Point 4 on the complex plane is A 4 units above the origin on the J-axis, B 4 units below the origin on the J-axis, C 4 units right of the origin on the real axis, D 4 units left of the origin on the real axis. The correct answer is 4 units right of the origin on the real axis. A 470 resistor and a 0.2 F capacitor are in parallel across a 2.5 kHz AC source. The admittance Y in rectangular form is A 212, B 2.12 ms, J 3.14 ms, C 3.14 ms, J 2.12 ms, D 318.3. The correct answer is 2.12 ms, J 3.14 ms. A positive angle of 30 is equivalent to a negative angle of A 30, B 330, C 60, D 180. The correct answer is 330. In a series RC circuit, 12 vrms is measured across the resistor and 15 vrms is measured across the capacitor. The RMS source voltage is A 3V, B 27V, C 19.2V, D 1.9V. The correct answer is 19.2V. A 6 kHz sinusoidal voltage is applied to a series RC circuit. The frequency of the voltage across the resistor is A 0 Hz, B 12 kHz, C 6 kHz, D 18 kHz. The correct answer is 6 kHz. The voltages in problem 4 are measured at a certain frequency. To make the capacitor voltage greater than the resistor voltage, the frequency A must be increased, B must be decreased, C is held constant, D has no effect. The correct answer is must be decreased. In the complex plane, the number 4J3 is located in the A first quadrant, B second quadrant, C third quadrant, D fourth quadrant. The correct answer is first quadrant. When the frequency of the source voltage decreases, the impedance of a parallel RC circuit A increases, B decreases, C does not change, D decreases to 0. The correct answer is increases. A 47 resistor and a capacitor with a capacitive reactance of 120 are in series across an AC source. What is the circuit impedance Z? A 129, B 12.9, C 167, D 73. The correct answer is 129. What is the value of the hypotenuse of a right triangle whose sides are 12 and 18? A 4.24, B 3.46, C 2.16, D 21.63. The correct answer is 21.63. The complex number 6J6 is equivalent to A 645, B 3645, C 8.4845, D 8.4890. The correct answer is 8.4845. In a parallel RC circuit, there is 100 mA through the resistive branch and 100 mA through the capacitive branch. The total RMS current is A 200 mA, B 100 mA, C 282 mA, D 141 mA. The correct answer is 141 mA. An AC circuit consists of a resistor and a capacitor. To increase the phase angle above 45, the following condition must exist. ARXC, BRXC, CRXC, DR5XC. The correct answer is RXC. What is the angular difference between J4 and J4? A30, B90, C180, D270. The correct answer is 180. A resistor and a capacitor are in series across a 20V AC source. Circuit impedance is 4.33 K. Current flow in the circuit is A 9.2 mA, B 92 mA, C 4.6 mA, D 460 mA. The correct answer is 4.6 mA. For a certain load, the true power is 150 watts and the reactive power is 125 var. The apparent power is A 19.52 watts, B 195.2 watts, C 275 watts, D 25 watts. The correct answer is 195.2 watts. When the frequency of the voltage applied to a series RC circuit is increased, the phase angle A increases, B decreases, C remains the same, D becomes erratic. The correct answer is decreases. In a series RC circuit, when the frequency and the resistance are halved, the impedance A doubles, B is halved, C is reduced to 1/4. D cannot be determined without values. The correct answer is cannot be determined without values. A 2K resistor is in series with a 0.015 F capacitor across a 15 kHz AC source. What is the magnitude of the total impedance and the phase angle? A 73.4 and 19.5. B 707 and 19.5. C 2121 and 19.5. D 734 and 38.9. The correct answer is 2121 and 19.5. A 12K resistor is in series with a 0.02 F capacitor across a 1.2 kHz AC source. If the current is expressed in polar form as I 0.30 mA, what is the source voltage expressed in polar form? A 45.6 V, B 411.3 V, C 0.411 V, D 4.11 V. The correct answer is 4.11 V. The complex number 4055 is equivalent to A 55J55, B 40J40, C 45.88J65.52, D 22.94J32.76. The correct answer is 22.94J32.76. A 120 resistor is in parallel with a capacitor with a capacitive reactance of 40. Both components are across a 12V AC source. What is the magnitude of the total impedance? A 37.9, B 3.7, C 14400, D 4800. The correct answer is 37.9. A 47 resistor and a capacitor with 150 of capacitive reactance are in series across an AC source. The impedance expressed in rectangular form is A Z47J150, B Z47J150, C Z197, D Z103. The correct answer is Z47J150. A 2K resistor and a 0.002F capacitor are in series across an AC source. Current in the circuit is 6.50 mA. The true power is A 84.5 MW, B 845 MW, C 13 MW, D 130 MW. The correct answer is 84.5 MW. A capacitor with 150 of capacitive reactance is across an AC source. The impedance expressed in polar form is A Z 150, B Z 150/90, C Z 150/90, D Z 150/180. The correct answer is Z 150/90. When the frequency of the voltage applied to a series RC circuit is decreased, the impedance A increases, B decreases, C remains the same, D doubles. The correct answer is increases. In a 20 V series RC circuit, if 20 V is read across the resistor and 40 V is measured across the capacitor, the applied voltage is A 45 V, B 50 V, C 60 V, D 65 V. The correct answer is 45 V. Which of the following is the reference vector for parallel RC circuits? A R, B V, C I, D X C. The correct answer is V. Power that is measured in volt-amperes is called A impedance power, B reactive power, C true power, D apparent power. The correct answer is apparent power. As frequency increases, A both series and parallel RC impedance decrease, B series RC impedance decreases and parallel RC impedance increases, C series RC impedance increases and parallel RC impedance decreases, D both series and parallel RC impedance increase. The correct answer is both series and parallel RC impedance decrease. What is the phase angle for a parallel circuit consisting of a 500 kHz 5 V source with a 47 pF capacitor and a 4.7 K resistor in parallel? A 55.3, B 55.3, C 34.8, D 34.8. The correct answer is 34.8. Which statement about a series RC circuit is true? A. The capacitor's voltage drop is in phase with the resistor's voltage drop. B. The current leads the source voltage. C. The current lags the source voltage. D. The resistor voltage lags the current. The correct answer is the current leads the source voltage. What is the effect of increasing the resistance in a series RC circuit? A. There will be no effect at all. B. The current will increase. C. The phase shift will decrease. D. The input voltage will increase. The correct answer is the phase shift will decrease.